Did you try buying a home over the last couple of years and it may have felt like a bloody sport? Rife with bidding wars, rapidly rising home prices, waived contingencies, stress, emotional roller coasters, blood, sweat, tears. Pierce County buyers have had it rough, but the pendulum is swinging. The current debate is whether or not we are still in a seller's market, and did you miss the peak selling window? If you're wondering these things, pay attention to this video because I'm going to break down the difference between a seller's market, a buyer's market, and what exactly that means for you. Hey everyone, I'm Linnea Carver with eXp Realty here in Bonnie Lake, Washington, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things living in and around Bonnie Lake and Lake TAPPS, Washington. If at any point throughout this video you want more information, drop a comment and I may create a video just for you. Here we go. First, what is a seller's market? Simply put, a seller's market happens when there are more buyers than sellers. Based on supply and demand, this means that sellers have the upper hand, homes sell quicker and for more money with very little pushback from buyers. Key indicators of a seller's market are high list to sales price ratios and low inventory. So let's take a look at the past 3 years in Pierce County, and you will see not only have sales to list price ratios been high, indicated by anything greater than 100%, but also inventory has been low. Now, for reference, low inventory is considered to be anything less than 3 or 4 months. And as you can see, since November of 2019, Pierce County has had less than 1 month of inventory all the time, hitting as low as 0.3 months during some crucial seasons. So what exactly is a buyer's market? Well, it's the opposite of a seller's market. It's what happens when the number of homes for sale surpasses the number of buyers. In a buyer's market, houses take longer to sell, and sellers often offer incentives like paying for a home warranty, throwing in a budget for painting, new carpet, or repairs. And in today's market, we are definitely seeing this happen. Using the same indicators, sales to list price ratio and days on market, we can analyze what's happening right now. As you see, the line here is downtrending over the past few months. So that shows that while people are still paying over asking price for homes, the amount they are paying is less than what they were willing to pay about 3 months ago. Now look at days on market. You'll see at the beginning of the year, the average days on market was around 6, and now we are looking at 13 days on market. Not only that, inventory, like I said, started out at about 0.3 months at the beginning of the year, and now we're sitting at 1.6 months. Days on market and inventory is increasing at about the same speed that home prices have been increasing over the last few years. Before I forget, if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe so you can stay in the know about every time I post a new video. All of this to say, we are not yet in a full buyer's market, so don't get too excited. The data, however, is pointing that we are moving in that direction, and there's 4 reasons why. As we just saw, there are more homes becoming available each day. We've seen inventory rise almost as quickly as home prices were rising last year. And as we see more inventory hit the market, buyers have more to choose from, which in turn means that buyers are only going to spend money on a home that meets the majority of their criteria, which is a pretty dramatic shift from where we were at the beginning of the year or the last couple of years when buyers were settling for pretty much anything that met some of their criteria. Homes are also taking longer to sell. Let's go back to our days on market indicator. We're definitely seeing that buyers have more time to think about a purchase. A few months ago, buyers had a heartbeat to think about a purchase, and now they have about 2 weeks to think about making a purchase. We're also seeing price reductions on the rise. Here's a fun fact. Over the last 7 days in Pierce County, we have seen 413 price reductions. This is a significant increase from the previous 7 days when we saw 387. Now, we are still seeing prices on the rise, albeit it's at a much more decelerated pace than we've been accustomed to more recently. And finally, mortgage applications are decreasing. And let's face it, without mortgage applications, we don't have buyers because if you're not buying a house, you're not filling out a mortgage application. According to the MBA, in the first 2 weeks of July, mortgage applications declined for the 2nd straight week in a row. Now, this is likely because of rising interest rates, but things are beginning to look up. Because as you can see here, rates are currently on a downtrend, and some rumors say that we have peaked the climb in mortgage rates. More on this in another video because we don't really know. So the million-dollar question is, what exactly does this mean? In my opinion, it means that the housing market is seeing a reset, and that's exactly what we need because the market that we are coming out of is not sustainable. The reset is necessary. The market needed to stabilize. If you are selling your home, it is a good time. If you watch my previous video, you will see that there are several reasons to sell. If you bought your house anytime over the last 10 years, it is likely that you have solid equity built in your home. So when you choose to sell it, whether it be today or 6 months from now, you're still gonna make a pretty good amount of money. But your expectations should change. I mean, you should no longer expect to sell in a weekend. You should no longer expect that 5 or 6 buyers are gonna come submitting offers over asking price with little to no risk to them. And you should no longer expect that you can put your house on the market without having to do a little bit of legwork to get it ready. If you are buying a home, it's still a good time. Compared to when I bought my house in 2012, interest rates are still pretty low, and as of right now, they are downtrending. Now, no one can predict where interest rates are gonna go, and no one can predict where home prices are gonna go. We can speculate, but we can't predict. But if you are paying attention, you do see that even though we're seeing price reductions, overall prices are up year over year. And this is exactly what you want real estate to do. However, with all of these facts in place, your decision to make a move in real estate is entirely up to you, your finances, your situation, and your timing. If you want to know more about how this affects you, I am always happy to help. And if you found value from this video, I'd be delighted if you would subscribe so you can be in the know every time I post new content. I'm Linnea Carter with eXp Realty, making dreams come true, one home at a time.